Yes, it definitely was. We faced a lot of adversity today. I felt like we prevailed towards the end, but we need to learn we need to just get better at the fundamentals, really. That's all we need to do. If we just trust our fundamentals, we'll be fine, and that's on all of us. So we prevailed through adversity, but we just got to go back to the drawing board, and we'll be fine.
I imagine a lot of credit goes to Citadel for really kind of stuffing the run today.
Yes, definitely. We definitely came out. Yeah, we thought we knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. They had a good scheme, but like I said, if we just trust our fundamentals, we'll be fine. That's on everybody, especially on me. I take the blame for a lot of the stuff that happened offensively today. So I needed to go back to get back in the film room, learn from my mistakes, and I feel like we'll be fine.
Last thing, you had a great drive in the third quarter for a touchdown for a score, which was great. If you could talk about that, and also talk about what happened to you at the end of the game with the injury.
So Coach Monken definitely talked about we needed to come out with the spark in the second half, and I felt like our first drive definitely did that for us. And then, just towards the end of the game, just a little roll up. I'll be fine.
Thank you.
Questions from Ken Kreitzer?
Yes, thank you. Jamel, congratulations on the win. Tell us about the touchdown pass you threw in the second quarter to Rico Donaldson, completed a 79-yard drive.
So that was actually one of the similar plays we ran before. I missed Rick, I overthrew him, so I knew on this next time we run it the opposite way, I just had to come back and deliver a good ball. And we had a great drive on that play. Everything was good. The lineman did a great job blocking. Rico ran a really good route, and I just had to put it on him.
And Jamel, maybe you could just take us through what happened on the 3rd and 20 play in the fourth quarter on the interception.
I should have threw the ball at the ground. It was a little cloudy on the screenplay. I tried to make a play there that wasn't there, and that's what happened.
Thank you, Jamel.
Any other questions for Jamel?
Jamel, Ken McMillan again. It was a ugly win, but a win nonetheless. So how do you feel coming out of this?
It's a lot of it is about humility. We know that we didn't play our best football at all, and we hold ourselves to a high standard. So we know we're going to have to really watch the film on this, see where we went wrong, and just correct our mistakes. But I truly believe we'll be fine.
Thank you.
And Jamel, Ken Kreitzer, just with Sandin out today, how did you feel your running backs picked up the running and how your offensive line performed today?
Everything was fine without Sandin. Definitely, Cape Bernard stepped up, Jacoby stepped up, Anthony stepped up. We trust all those guys, no matter who's in. We trust his entire team, so we know when we go out and execute, everything's going to be fine.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jamel. Next up, we have linebacker John Ratigan. Ken Kreitzer, you want to start us off with some questions for John?
Yeah, thank you, John. Congratulations. Your defense kept making plays today. You made interceptions. Eric Smith kept making sacks, and you made one. Just tell us about your strategy for today's game.
Well, I think coming into it, we knew it was going to be a physical game, and that's exactly what we got. So our strategy, anytime you're playing a triple option offense, is to stop the ball and come up with big plays when we can, anytime the ball goes out on the perimeter. And I think that's exactly what we did today.
Was there any change in what you saw Citadel doing when they changed quarterbacks for the second half?
I think the backup quarterback that they brought in was a little bit more agile. He was better on the perimeter, and we kind of figured that they were going to use him to run a little bit more. I think the Citadel also switched it up and they ran a lot of I formation. So they actually stayed away from the triple option a little bit here and there, and that was a little bit different than what we expected. But I thought it's a credit to them, and even their backup quarterback. He had a good game today.
Thank you, John.
Ken McMillan, any questions for John?
Hey, John. Congratulations. How frustrating was it getting during this game to have such a close, low-scoring affair?
I think it was frustrating just because there were times here and there where we weren't making the plays that we needed to. As a team, I know no one is really satisfied. That was not the win that we wanted, but it is a win, and we're thankful for it. So I think there's always going to be frustration in every game, no matter how good you play, how bad you play. There's always things that you want to correct, and that's what we're going to do.
So how did you manage to keep your head in the game? And because it looked like the defense, for the most part, really kind of did the job today.
I think you just got to be ready for anything. And like I said, that's a credit to their offense. I thought they came out and did a good job preparing for us, and they switched things up here and there and did things that we weren't totally expecting. And like you said, you just got to keep your head. That's college football.
Any other
John,
questions?
if I could just,
Go ahead, Ken.
John, if I could just ask you about the special teams play in the third quarter when you blocked the 47-yard field goal attempt. I think Andre Carter had a hand on the ball. What did you see on that play? It seemed like it made a big difference.
I would give all the credit to Andre Carter and Ryan Duran, and that was a huge play. Anytime we block kicks, which we've done a good amount this year, that's a huge play, stopping them from getting in the end zone. But that's a credit to Andre Carter and Ryan Duran.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. We got wide receiver Rico Donaldson here. Questions for Rico? Ken Kreitzer, you want to start us off?
Sure. Congratulations, Rico, on the game, and tell us about the pass play that you caught the touchdown in the first half.
Yes,
29
sir.
yards.
Yes, sir. It was a really good setup. It was a previous play, previous touchdown almost that I caught. It was the same exact play, but we knew the play action was going to be there. They were stuffing around early, and fortunately enough, I was just able to get a good pass from Jamel and able to score a good touchdown.
Enrique, you and I talked this week about the role of blocking for wide receivers. Why was it tough to get the running game going today against the Citadel defense?
There was just a good scheme that they had, but there were also many things that we can control as an offense that we didn't do as well today. We are looking to improve that starting tomorrow. Getting prepped for UTSA, but there was just a good scheme that they had, and they really played well on the perimeter and inside. But there are things that we can improve on, and we're looking to do that.
Thank you very much.
Questions from Ken McMillan?
Rican, congratulations. I know it's a team game, but it's always got to be exciting to get your first collegiate touchdown. Just tell me about your feelings.
It's a really good feeling. Just the rush of it, and being able to make a play and being able to contribute in the passing game towards a win. That's pretty important for me. But all individual things aside, it was good to get a good win today as a team.
Rican, you've had a couple opportunities this year for some big plays, and some have just been like out of bounds by a half yard and stuff. So to finally get a play that was, in bounds and successful had to be a great feeling.
Yeah, this is a great feeling. There were a lot of opportunities so far this season that this could have been really well for me. But I just keep being resilient and keep driving and keep working. And every single week there's always a game plan, and whoever goes up and make the play, that's just what's the most important. I'm happy that I was able to do that today.
If I can ask one more here, Ratigan, just talk about the struggles of the offense today, and how were you guys able to keep your heads about you?
So the biggest thing that the coaching staff always places upon us is the next play mentality, being resilient, and there will always be adversities throughout any football game, and there were many today, but we were able to just lock in, focus on our assignment, focus on our job, and push through, and I'm proud of my teammates. I'm proud of everyone that was able to do that today.
Thank you.
Any more questions for Rican? All right, thank you. All right, we've got linebacker Eric Smith here. Ken McMillan, you want to open us up with questions for Eric?
Yes, Eric. Congratulations on the win. You told me the other day that you were kind of excited about, getting a chance to play an option team. In your view, how did it go today?
I think it went well. We certainly have some things that I think we need to do better in order to match up better with the next two triple option opponents that we have. But I think as a defense, there were times that the momentum shifted against us, and we worked well. Everybody did their job, and we got to turn back with us. So I think that was a positive thing from today.
Mm-hmm. You had a solid game, 11 tackles, 2 sacks. Can you tell me about a couple of those sack plays? It was about 6 minutes to go in the game, and you posted a couple of back-to-back sacks. What did you see on those plays?
I think both of those were blitzes, if I remember correctly. It was just an opportunity. Everybody did their job in the front line, and I was able to go make the play.
Thank you.
Questions from Ken Kreitzer?
Eric, congratulations on the game today. It seemed like your defense was able to make big plays. You had a couple of interceptions. Markel Broughton had an interception early, and Cedric Cunningham had one in the second quarter. Tell us about how your defense was set up to stop the Citadel offense.
Well, I don't necessarily know how to answer that question fully. Maybe how you want it. I think the way we defend the triple options, we have somebody for each part of the triple option, the quarterback, the run, and the pitch. And I think we just executed that with our fundamentals today, and I think that's what gave us the victory.
And just again, you had the 2 sacks at a crucial spot in the fourth quarter. Just tell us on the third and 5 play, and the loss made it a 4th and 10. Just tell us about that sequence and how you were able to make those 2 plays back to back.
As I said before, I think those 2 plays were called blitzes, and I just saw the hole because the front line did their job with doing the proper slants, and I just went and made the play, executed.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Question from Kayla Jackson.
Hi, Eric. Kayla from SB Nation. Congrats on the win. Can you talk, a little bit about how you were able and the defense were able to prepare to sort of meet this triple option team? John, he spoke a little bit about how they sort of changed their, play of the game and brought up some things that you guys weren't expecting. So how did you prepare for the game ahead of time, and then what was it like during the second half?
Well, triple option is something that's almost in our nature because that's what we see in preseason camp. Throughout the week, even when it's not necessarily a triple option game we're preparing for. But I think, as always, we make sure we focus on our fundamentals and our assignment. We're a very assignment-based unit. And I think when we do that, and we do that to the best of our abilities, we're successful most of the time.
Any other questions for Eric? Okay, thank you. So we're ready here with Coach Monken. We'll open it up for Coach to make an opening statement, and then we'll open things up for questions.
First, I want to give credit to the Citadel. They played a great game, very well coached. They certainly defensively, their defense just did a great job preparing. They had a great plan, and they executed really, really well on defense. They disrupted us the entire day, and just really was very, very impressed with their effort, the toughness, and just how hard their kids played, how physical they were, and frankly, our offense just got whipped, and you know they deserved their defense and the way they played to win the game. But fortunately, our defense played well enough to deserve to win the game, and they did. They got stop after stop. They had a couple big plays. We were in a terrible position there after the late interception on the screen pass on third down, and our guys really made a great play on the first down play, and then they scored the second down. But we're just very fortunate to win. And it's just so frustrating for me. I coached against them 4 times as the head coach at Georgia Southern, and we have very talented teams, comparatively speaking, at Georgia Southern, and every game was like that. Every single one of them was a complete dogfight. The first year, they turned it over 9 times. We won 20-0. And the second time we played them, they were kicking a field goal at the very end of the game, and fortunately, they didn't make the field goal. But it would have won the football game. And then the third year, I was there. They beat us in a very close game. And then the last year was a 7-point ball game. So it just seems like every year we've played them, it's been a fight to the finish, and today was too. And I'm glad we came out with the victory. I'm certainly proud of our guys for finding a way to do that. But just great credit to the defense, to our players, and our coaches, and on that side of the ball, just did a great job.
Start with questions from Ken Kreitzer.
Coach, congratulations. You were down to quarterbacks number 3 and 4 today, Jamel Jones, and then Maurice Bellin got in at the very end. Jamel ran a couple of good drives for a touchdown, but then he had the interception that led to the Citadel touchdown. Could you just go over his performance on the day?
I thought he did some good things, but it's really hard to assess his personal performance based on the way we played on offense. I thought we looked completely inept. I'm embarrassed by the way we played on offense. We got our butts whipped. They whipped blocks all day long, and we couldn't run the ball inside. We couldn't run the ball outside, and I had a play action pass wide open in the first half, and we overthrow it. And first drive of the game, we throw a pass, and we got a chance to catch it, and we drop it. And it was one thing after another. And I thought we played very poorly on offense all the way around.
And Coach, on defense, you're making plays. You had the 2 interceptions. Markel Broughton had one early, and then you had another one by Seth Cunningham in the second quarter. You blocked the field goal. You stopped the Citadel on that with Eric Smith's 2 back-to-back sacks. What was behind the performance of the defense? They seem to be being very aggressive.
Oh, our guys been playing really hard and playing really well, and today they beat some blocks and made some plays. The 3 plays you mentioned were all very big plays in the game, and those guys came up with plays to to make a stop there. The blocked field goal was huge in the game for sure. And had they made the field goal in the first half and made that field goal there, it's a completely different ball game, obviously.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Questions from Ken McMillan.
Jeff, using your word, how shocking is it to you that you got whipped?
Oh, I'm not shocked. They got good players too, guys on scholarship, good coaches. And like I said, I've faced those guys before. They play hard, they're physical, and we didn't do a very good job blocking them. Didn't move them off the ball, and didn't just didn't give ourselves a very good chance most of the day. And we had some opportunities, and when it's a game like that, you got to make some big plays, and we missed a couple opportunities, but that wasn't the difference in us. Feeling like we performed well. We just didn't run the ball very consistently, ever at all throughout the day. The one drive we had where we ran it every down and went down the field and scored. That was a really good drive, but we need to be able to run the ball more effectively, and it doesn't matter who we're playing. But again, give great credit to Citadel. I thought they did a really good job of defending us. Their guys, their defensive guys played better than our offensive guys.
The two numbers you're not going to like are you had 12 rushing plays on first down that went for 2 yards or less, and you were pushed into third and five or more yards 7 times today.
Yeah, we've done that a couple weeks in a row, put ourselves in long yardage situations on third down. It's not a good situation for us to be in, and I think we were 3 of 13 on third downs. That's deplorable by our standards. A team that had a couple years ago led the nation in third down conversions, and we're 3 of 13. We're 3 of 11 last week, so we're just a real juggernaut on third down right now, Ken.
One of your players said earlier that this was definitely a humbling game. Would you agree?
Oh, for the offense. Well, the defense played their butts off. We played good enough to win. Played good enough to win a lot of games playing that way. And we gave up some long plays a couple of times, and some foolish interference penalties because we're out of position. And that's just, again, not playing very well fundamentally, not putting our eyes or covering our area or our man as well as we needed to. But I thought our guys on defense played their butts off. But our offense should feel humbled. I do. They just outplayed us.
Question from Aaron Summers.
Hey, Coach. Kind of playing off that a little bit, what do you hope that your team can learn from this game?
I hope we learn to block better.
And then can you give an update on quarterback Christian Anderson's status and Sandon McCoy?
No, I can't.
Any other questions for Coach?
Yeah, Jeff, to follow on her question, what did the absence of Christian and Sandon do for your offense?
Christian Anderson doesn't have to block anybody in our offense.
Mm-hmm. So you feel as though Jamel was making the right calls, he just wasn't getting the blocks?
He didn't make any of the calls. The coach makes the call. He just runs the plays. But when nobody's blocking or sustaining a block, it's really hard to run an offense. I don't care what offense you run. You can pick any offense you want. If you don't block them, you're not going to move the ball. And that's exactly what happened. We couldn't keep them blocked.
Yep. Thank you.
Question from Kayla Jackson.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for the question. Congrats on the win. Obviously, you spoke so much about offense improvements and defense being their assignment. How impressed are you with some of the younger guys on defense, being where they need to be, making those important sacks, especially this afternoon? for really, keeping the team sort of above water?
It's good to see some young guys making plays. Guys like Marquell Broughton and Julian McDuffie, and he had one of those interference penalties. They started to scramble. He came out of coverage, and he shouldn't have done that. But again, that's inexperience. But there's guys getting some reps in there. Young guys like Andre Carter's getting in the game, and we had Caleb John in there playing. These are young guys in the program. It's good to see them in there, and the more they play, I think the more they'll improve. And Jabari Moore's just a sophomore, so he's playing quite a bit and making some good plays. So I'm glad to see those guys in there.
One more question from Ken Kreitzer.
And Coach, you had Maurice Bellin go in for the last drive, and he converted a nice fourth down and 5 play that let you hold on to the ball. Just tell us why you put him in at that point and how you thought he did in that drive.
We put him in because Jamel got hurt and couldn't go back in the game at that time, and we finally got a couple of blocks, just enough to get the first down. So I think at that point our guys just gutted it out.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Thank you.